everyone, I'm Jackie. Welcome back to the channel. We are enjoying life's journey while on the path to financial freedom. Welcome back to another weekly paycheck to paycheck budget with me. So if you're interested in that, let's jump on the Excel sheet. All right, we're finishing out September. That's crazy, the last week. So we're going to be doing the 27th, the Friday of the 27th. We're going to just have a few little updates that we need to do based on some of my things that changed, and we finally have the interest for this week as well. And then I did make some changes to last week based on some categories that we spent money, so I will go over that as we get to it. So if you're new to this channel, we do a zero-based budget and we also do a percent-based budget. We budget out every year ahead of time, then we budget out every single month, and we budget out every single week because we get paid every week, so basically every single paycheck. The zero-based budget, what we're trying to do is take everything that we made, we got to tell it where to go, and then different areas we've made a percent based on what we're trying to do. So I mentioned this last week that Ricky wasn't going to have any overtime for this 27th. You'll have to join me next week. We'll be budgeting out October, and we're going to budget October as a no spend challenge month because we're going to budget out the month as if there's no overtime because we're not 100% sure when Ricky's going to be back to overtime. So we want to make sure we're protecting ourselves that way. So he made his 790 base pay, so we'll make that black because that's the actual amount now. And again, he didn't have any overtime. Myself, this was slightly, it was 306.28, so I want to make sure I'm exact with that. So I'm going to make that black because that's the actual amount now. And then our bonus from my self-employment was actually 194.86, so that was slightly off by 2 cents as well, so we'll make that black now. For the interest, we estimated $3.62. That's what we got paid last month. And as we're adding more to our emergency fund, we're earning more interest. So this month was actually $4.07. So that was nice. Okay, so now that's kind of closed out the month and the week for income. So now we have, $1,295 that we're working with. Now this is our before tax income. We do include our taxes down in our necessities just because we want to know where everything is going. So our first category is paying ourselves first. We're dedicated, we're committed to paying ourselves first 12% of our income. 8% my husband's 401k, that comes out of his check automatically. And then what's left goes into the emergency fund. I put 92.30 on my paper, so I don't know why that's off. Maybe because I didn't change these earlier. So this I already moved over to saving, and this I actually did. So giving for the month, we're just doing 1%. Now federal, it ended up being 0, and then I'm just going to check these. So that was correct, 1308.11. This was actually 1145, and then that was 48.98. And those were the same. So these are black because those are gone. That's the taxes that were paid. All right, so to finish out our mortgage payment, we needed $746.96, so that's what we moved over. And so now we have the full amount. You can see here in the Necessities checking account, we have this, which is this payment, and then there's also another $739 that is going to our escrow account to repay. I mentioned this last week. We switched insurance companies, so we got reimbursed from the old insurance company, and then we had to pay it to the mortgage company to cover the new insurance payment. So that's in there. It's orange because I've scheduled that payment to come out, so it's pending. So then coming down in this thing that we have to change, these are staying the same from last week, but see how we have $20 now, so we're going to add that up into here, $38.52, and I'll make this orange. Now the $50 here for the home maintenance and the money here for household, we've moved into our sinking funds over here so we don't spend it. We're moving it over there until we need it for future things. Now this is where some changes were made. We ended up moving last week. We had the truck payment. Well, we ended up not needing to make the truck payment because we made 2 payments last month, so we're kind of a month ahead. So we ended up putting part of that money into the maintenance for Ricky's motorcycle, and then we put some up into personal care. We actually took Arcadia to get her ears pierced. She's 8 years old. She finally had the courage and wanted to do it, so I splurged and I went ahead and did it. So we had her ears pierced, we bought her some earrings, and then I did purchase Ricky some shirts and stuff at Goodwill on the dollar tag day. So that's kind of what all of that is there. This is another one I switched. I don't know why my numbers weren't adding up. I did $90.71 to the payment, so I'll make that orange. I think I had forgot to change something up there. So the $329.70 is in there. Again, I've scheduled that payment to come out for the extra principal on the mortgage, so that is orange. And then you can see here I have a payment pending on the Discover card. So this is for like gas and groceries that we've used. If you look over here, this is kind of what we got going on. We have our emergency fund, we have our 401k, we have our Robinhood accounts, and then we have a few things here like that are smaller amounts because they're actually pending on the Discover card. So when we use the Discover card, I have to wait till they're actually posted and then I'll make the payment. So those will go directly to there. So as of right now, the Discover card, we owe like $22 on the Discover card, but we have the money associated with what's due on there. I hope that makes sense. Bill money ready to come out. That was one other thing I needed to make a change on. The water, we budgeted $60. It's actually only going to be $54.90, so I'm going to make that change right here. So it's going to be $54.90. So that has an extra $5.10. I put that in the household, so I'm just going to move that up here, and that will be $6.23. That would be included in there. So these are for, so again, the mortgage, that comes out on the 1st of the month. So I made that payment, I scheduled that payment to come out like today, but it will come out by the 1st probably. Our solar will come out on the 7th automatically, and then our water, sewer, trash will come out on the 10th. Ricky's truck payment will come out on the 5th, and then we have extra money in there for future payments. And then we have this is leftover gas money, so we still have, a week worth of the month, so we'll see what we end out with. And then this is for the insurance for the car and the truck, so that's ready for that. And then we have our YMCA money, and we have Ricky has his daddy-daughter date, so he has $30 for that. So coming on down to finish this out here, that's where I had something mixed up. So I actually put $129.57 in the vacation. I'll make this orange, and so I'm actually going to change. So I'm negative 16 cents. So that we'll just say that came out of, that was not in the household right here. That happens sometimes. I do my calculations on my paper, and then I actually physically transfer the money, and then I come back on here to film this for you guys. So I wrote down on my paper what I actually transferred in the bank account. So these represent the actual amount. So I just had to change that there. So some of these are not spent, like I mentioned. Savings for the vacation, this is actually in the sinking fund now. You can see some of the bill money hasn't been spent. So some of this, so like date night, I can make black now because this was actually spent and paid and done. Let's see what else. Eating out, pretty much done. We have the $6, it's already designated. So this will tell me that we have no more eating out money. So this weekend we cannot eat out. Ricky still has $30 to take the girls. They're going to go see a movie, and so that I'm not going with them. They're going to go on their own. We have the YMCA. This payment is pending, so once that is out, we will make that black. Ricky's money for the truck, or for the motorcycle. The motorcycle is at the shop. They told us what's wrong with it, so we're just got to wait for them to tell us how much it's going to cost. But that money is in the savings account until we need it. Gas, we have a little bit of gas money left. Groceries is done. I finished that up today, so we are done there. So yeah, everything else is kind of pending, so we're going to leave it orange until it officially clears out of the account. That's the way that one looks. So normally I would budget out next week with you as well during this video. However, I want to make sure I do the monthly budget with you guys before you see the weekly budget. So join me next week. Most likely on Monday, we're going to budget out October, and then Friday, we're going to budget out our weekly paychecks for the month and project those out as well. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.